Hello, welcome. So, what's up? What's going on? Today I'm gonna read some Bible. It's Friday night, and who's staying home? Me. Who's not out partying, having drinks at 1 in the morning and getting wasted? Me. And who's having fun sitting at home reading the Bible? Me. Okay, so yeah, I want to read three verses of the Bible, three sections, and talk about it. Because I love God and I want to learn more and more and more and more, and why not? But I was reading this because I was listening to this pastor, and she was referencing these Bible verses, and I was reflecting on it, and I wanted to share my opinion or thought or way of feeling and thinking with you. I'm not supposed to edit this. I'm anti-edit. No, I'm not. But okay, it is what it is. So, let's read Genesis 1:26. I'm reading the KJV version, King James version of the Bible. So Genesis 1:26, that's chapter 1 and verse 26. It says, "And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, all over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." First of all, I need a Bible dictionary, because I don't know what that word fowl means, Fowl. But in this verse, as of my understanding, God created man in his own image. We weren't created, we were procreated. The essence of man comes from God. Our bodies are the base, and our spirit is the essence or the oil in that base. That's how the pastor described, explained a lot about what this particular verse is talking about. Because you know how some people believe that they want to debate on how, we can change our sex, for example. If you men that become women, or women that become man, apparently God doesn't like that. Oops, I'm getting a call. Nope, it's junk. Apparently, I'm not trying to be rude, okay? God does not like that, okay? And it's a hard pill to swallow for, I can understand if you're a lesbian or homosexual, how that can be a hard thing to swallow. But it is what it is. I mean, and also, I don't have nothing against homosexuality or lesbianism. Everybody has their own taste, and you do what you will. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna follow the rules of life, which are in this book here. And yeah, so the next verse I want to talk, Genesis 2:7. Hold up. I'm getting somewhere with this. Please don't get scared. Don't be afraid. Genesis 2:7 says, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul." So, my son is there. So you know how it's not so hard for a lot of us to believe in, or I don't include myself in that, but we can believe in dragons, fairies, trolls, and this and that, but it is so hard to believe in God. And I can say this out of personal experience because I was once upon a time a non-believer, but I realized I am not as smart as I thought I was. So when I started believing in God, I actually went from atheist to agnostic. I was 19 years old. I remember this like it happened yesterday, but my mother had passed away. It was some sad days, of course. Sad period in my life, and I actually went 2 years without celebrating holidays, including Christmas, and it was a long grieving. And I did that without, you know, a strong faith base. So yeah, when my mom passed away, we went and buried her, and we got back from the cemetery back to my house. Back then we lived in Puerto Rico. And so when we arrived home, we've always had lots of dogs. We had at that moment 4 dogs, and my mother had flowers. Like there was roses, rose bushes, really pretty cute roses, all were red. And they were all bloomed, I remember, really beautiful bloomed. It was December. This was in December. In Puerto Rico, it's like summer, basically. It feels like summer, but or spring-ish. So okay, so we get back home, and I'm never gonna forget how the roses, when we got back from burying her, they were all dead. Like there was at least like 6 different bushes of lots of little roses in those bushes. They were all dead when we got back from burying her. Like I was like, what the, why, how? So all the roses died, and then all our dogs were teary, crying. You can see their eyes were glassy. They were all so sad, like they can feel the sadness. They absorbed that energy. And so that really got my feelings, my heart open, and that's when my faith started officially, believing in God. And then I just never followed or was really interested in finding out, digging more on the Bible, or I wasn't really interested in going to church or learning about God or respecting him even. But I was conscious about his existence, and so on and so forth. I was just not looking for him at that time in my life. God formed man of the dust of the ground. So basically, we're made of dirt. We are made of, you know how they say we're made from stardust? Well, there you go. We are made from dust, from dirt. Or that's how the man was made. And then from the man's rib, which is in another section, it's where Eve comes, us women. Okay, yeah, I want to read also this one, Matthew 14:23. Let me look it up. Matthew. So there's this really cool Bible show. There's like an app for it and all. It's called The Chosen. And you can stream it for free. I think, yeah. It's all over the place. There's like 3 seasons. But yeah, if you don't know much about the Bible, that's the first thing I did was dig around for movies, or somebody recommended me to watch The Chosen, and I watched the whole thing from start to finish within a week because I was so into it. And I learned a lot about, characters in the Bible through that show, which is very interesting. Very cool. So I was looking for Matthew 14:23. Okay, so I'm looking at the contents. Did you know that there's 66 books in the Bible? It's not just one book. It's not just like the Bible. There's actually 66 books in one book. I didn't know that till I became a Christian, You learn things, a lot of things. But, oh my God. See, I can't think and do at the same time. 11:35. I'm just joking with myself, I guess. 11:35. Page 11:35. Where are you? Okay. One second, I'm getting there. Chapter 14, verse 23. Where are you? Okay. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain. This is talking about Jesus. Yeah, this is talking about Jesus after talking to a bunch of people, preaching and all that. Then it says once again, and when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. Isn't that beautiful? What does that tell you? It tells me that Jesus was not afraid to be alone because he knew that he wasn't alone. He was with God that whole time, out in the dark, all alone with God. So he wasn't alone. It also tells me that the power of prayer is amazing because even though he was alone, he was spending that time reinforcing his belief through prayer and just being with the Holy Spirit himself. Where am I going with this? I just want to talk about God and how thankful I am because, it's not that I changed voluntarily the old person I was to how I am today. It actually took some bad things or experiences to happen to me in life for me to reflect, wake up, and take my life by my hands and not let my life drag away for no reason. Some people are fortunate enough to be blessed from the start or grow up with families that have been blessed and know about the word and all that. and they grew up knowing God and so on and so forth. But others, like me, we become what we are, the new person we are, because of a bad experience or a hard knock or having a hard knock life. So thank God for that, because I'm alive, healthy, and even though I am alone, meaning I don't have a partner, it's not dragging me to the point of desperation to where I have to settle for whatever out there. Like the old me would probably, for example, today I was not, it didn't happen today, but like a few days ago I was at the library today, but a few days ago I was also at the library studying or doing homework because I'm in school. 40-year-old virgin in school. I'm kidding, I'm not a virgin. 40-year-old back in school. So yeah, and then this guy comes making a bunch of excuses. Oh, this and that. Look me up in Instagram. Look me up here. Follow me. And I'm like, okay. Don't you see I'm busy? And I'm trying to be polite and friendly, but I sort of blow him off by telling him I'm kind of busy doing homework. I apologize. And so he's trying to give me his number and trying to have me follow him on social media. And I'm like, why, out of all places, do you have to hit on a person when you're in a library studying? Doesn't make sense. But the old me would have probably exchanged numbers and then probably hung out and whatnot. No, don't do that. Thank God I did, and thank God that's not me anymore, because one bad move leads to another horrible move. Like I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge. He was probably just whatever. Okay, so I think I'm gonna cut it right here and say God bless you. Have a good night, and just pray. Pray, because it's all gonna be all right. That's all I gotta say for now. Have a good night. Thank you for watching.